Okay, Cityscape Reviews left me about, I don't know, a dozen questions. So what I've done, I've gone through the questions that you left me and I've picked out some. So here goes. What is your favourite film, book, genre of music and TV show? Right, well, as you probably already know, my favourite film is Terminator 2. My favourite book is Misery. Genre of music, I guess you could say alternative. Something that doesn't sound like anything else. It's hard to listen to the Shins. That's my favourite genre of music. TV show, 6 Feet Under, without a doubt. 6 Feet Under, I think, is the best TV show ever. Closely followed by The Sopranos. If you could remake any film, which film would it be and why? Who would be in it and who would direct it? A film I could remake. Terminator 3, because it was disappointing. The actual one that was released was disappointing. Too much misplaced comedy. I mean, you can see my thoughts on Terminator 3 in my review. Who would be in it? I'd put Linda Hamilton back in it. That's if she'd agree to do it. And but I don't think she's got anything else on her plate at the moment. Who would direct it? James Cameron, obviously, and if he wasn't available, I would direct it and make a half-decent fucking third Terminator film. What is the most rewarding experience you've had, and what made it so rewarding? Right, well, I think the most rewarding experience I've ever had is my friendship with my girlfriend. Before we went out and became a couple, we were best friends for a long, long time. And I think that friendship grew and grew and grew and blossomed until we eventually went out, and it was so rewarding because now I'm in the best relationship of my life, going on 2 years. So that's my most rewarding experience. Call me an old-fashioned romantic. What film are you most looking forward to seeing in 2009? Well, a lot of people probably disagree with this, but Terminator Salvation, just because I'm really interested to see if McG can restore some credibility to the Terminator franchise after T3 kind of made a mockery of the series. And you know what, I think he's going to do it. Even if it's just a good action movie, I can't imagine not enjoying Terminator Salvation, so that's the one I'm most looking forward to. The other one I was looking forward to was Watchmen, which didn't disappoint. I loved Watchmen. Again, I've got a review of it on my channel. So those were the two 2009 movies I wanted. What's the best and worst thing about living in the UK? If you knew somebody was visiting, where would you recommend they go? What would you recommend they see? Best thing about living in the UK is the healthcare, because it's free. Worst thing about living in the UK is the other people that live here with you. We have what are called chavs, who go around in packs and basically prey on anyone who is on their own, and they attack them with, and we have like a really big knife crime rate and shit like that. I mean, I've had groups of chavs try to start a fight with me, but luckily I'm hard as nails, so we probably won't do it again. But yeah, that's probably the worst thing about living here, is the amount of bored 16-year-old boys who go around in packs and attack people. I think it's fucking disgusting. And if I knew somebody was visiting, where would I recommend they go? I recommend they go fucking home, because there's nothing here, to be honest. Do you have any phobias? Yes, I do. I'm terrified of drowning, which is why I swim whenever I get the opportunity to try and overcome that, but it doesn't work because I'm still terrified of drowning. And I have an irrational fear of spiders. I think that comes from when I was younger. My brother had 6 tarantulas in his bedroom, and one of which was a bird eater, which I shit you not was about that big, and it escaped. So that's probably where that fear comes from. The GH Specialist asks, which was your first Blu-ray that you saw and bought? Well, the first Blu-ray I ever bought was Zodiac, which to this day remains the best picture I've ever seen on Blu-ray, because it was filmed digitally, and obviously David Fincher's right into picture quality and stuff like that. And Zodiac 2 is one of my favourite films, because I love serial killer things. I mean, I love Seven, I love the Dexter series. Anything to do with serial killers, I really dig. I find it a really cool genre. And Zodiac is probably my favourite of the serial killer films, therefore it goes on my favourite films list. And it's brilliant. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. M. Lakes Owen asks, are you as big a fan of music as you are of movies? The truth is, yes and no. I love music, old music, especially from like the 60s and 70s. My favourite band of all time is The Shins, which are, modern band. But most modern music I can't stand, like the girl bands that are out, or the individual singers. The sort of people you see on The X Factor or Britain and America's Got Talent and stuff like that. They all sound the same to me. It's just all these different... I say different, but they're all the same, really. All these singers just coming off a conveyor belt, all having their 15 minutes of fame and then fading into a footnote. So I do not like modern music. I mean, the Shins are my favourite band. They are like the exception that proves the rule, because their music is very much in the style of like Simon and Garfunkel or the Shadows, people like that. So I like music from the 60s and 70s, and from that era, like Electric Light Orchestra and Blue Oyster Cult, but I can't stand most modern music. I mean, music is important to me, because when I'm writing short stories or whatever it is I'm writing at the moment, I listen to music to get inspiration rather than watch a movie. Music inspires me a lot more, although I love movies a lot more than I love music. I hope that's answered your question anyway. Okay, and the last set of questions come from InsaneFan66, and he asks, who is your favourite director or directors? I don't have a particular favourite, but I do have a few favourites. I have Kevin Smith, Quentin Tarantino, Christopher Nolan, who else? Paul Thomas Anderson, the Coen brothers, even though the Coen brothers are very hit and miss. They do brilliant films like Miller's Crossing and The Big Lebowski, and then they do films like The Lady Killers and Intolerable Cruelty, which are just terrible. But they remain, the good outweighs the bad, they remain some of my favourite directors. David Fincher, obviously, I think he's a modern day Kubrick. Steven Spielberg, and of course Stanley Kubrick. I mean, who doesn't like Stanley Kubrick? His films were amazing. No two ways about it. And the last question is, aliens have invaded, what do you do? Well, I'd probably do the same thing as if zombies took over, and that's like hide out in a building that's hidden away from the public eye, and try and fight them off. And I imagine if aliens invaded, it'd be a lot like Signs, M. Night Shyamalan's alien invasion movie. So I reckon I could fight them off. You know, me and my friends, no problem at all. Right, well, thank you for all the questions that everyone left. I hope that was a wide variety of answers that I gave. I hope you enjoyed hearing them. And I really appreciate everyone's questions and input and stuff, and all your comments on my videos. So thanks very much. I mean, I'm up to 111 subscribers now, which I'm really happy about. So again, thank you to everyone on my subscribers list. You're all awesome. Anyone watching this who hasn't subscribed to me, please just click that little subscribe button, and keep your eye out for more of my videos, movie reviews, DVD collection, DVD and Blu-ray updates, stuff like that. So thanks again. This is CivilianSnowman signing out. I'll see you later. Bye.